right, lesson 13 is very similar to 11 and 12, just with a little bit of a difference. You're going to see this in a moment here. So I'm going to build the first problem. 3 white pawns, 3 negative x's, positive 2, blue, positive x, and 14. Okay, there we go. All right, so I built what's here. So I want to be able to figure out what each x is worth and what each negative x is worth. And I'm going to do that by using my legal moves and making things as simple as possible. Okay, so here's the strategy you always want to do is you want to deal with the dice first. I want to get the dice on one side. You'll see why that'll actually, as we start working with negative numbers, that becomes even more important, which means I'm going to want to get rid of this 2, right? Well, that means I need to get rid of a 2 from this side, right? Well, if I take a 2 away, I'm left with 12, right? So I could show that as 14 was 12 and 2. So now I know which one I have to get rid of, and it's this one, right? I need to get rid of this guy. How do I get rid of it? I make it 0. I'm going to add a negative x to 0 it out. If I add it to this side, I must add another one to this side, right? Okay, so now I have this convenient little 0 that I can take off of the beam, and you can see that each negative x is worth 4, or 3 rather, right? We've got 12 divided by 4, so we've got 3. So negative x is worth positive 3. Checking my signs, this is positive, therefore positive x is worth negative 3. And then I'm going to go take a look over here and see if I can't just look at the original problem maybe and figure out whether I have a check here. So I have, I'm going to do this, right, okay. The positive x is worth negative 3. So let's go look at this one. This was 14. 14. And negative 3 is the same as 14 minus 3, right? So that's 11 on this side, okay? Each one of these negative x's are worth 3. 3, 6, 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 does equal 11. There's my check, all right? All right. Okay, so that's number 1. Let's do number 3. To do number 2. Okay, number 3. I've got an x, and then I've got a 10, and then I've got 3 negative x's, and I've got a 2. Okay. Now remember, my strategy is I want to deal with the dice first, because that's going to tell me which side I want to clear off the pawns. So if I want to take I start with the smaller one. The 2 is smaller, so I'm going to take 2 away from the 10, which is going to leave me an 8. Okay, so I'm taking 2 away from each side. Now I know for sure that this is what I need to get rid of. What do? 0 it out with a negative. And if I add 1 there, I have to add 1 here. Take off my 0. All right? If you did not understand that, stop the video, go back and watch that. This is the super important part of this. You're going to be doing this with pencil to paper before very long, so you want to make sure you're understanding it in this format, okay? Now I know that each one of these is worth positive 2. I'm on the wrong one here. Make sure I'm on number 3. That means this has to be worth a negative 2, right? Okay, and so I'm going to check it. All right. So I could go back to the original problem, which was this, right here. Okay, so there's my original problem. Okay. All right. If each positive x is negative 2, 10 minus 2 is 8. So that's going to be the left side. And then if each one of these is positive 2, 2, 4, 6, 8 on the right side. So the check is 8 is equal to 8. And there you go. All right. Okay. You're going to do 2 and 4 for homework. And then you're also going to work some of the previous work problems to keep up on all your other skills.